What's going on, everybody? CW Entertainment here. And I'm back today here with another Chicago Bears podcast. And today we're going to be talking about Jordan Howard and apparently whatever trade rumors that have popped up once again. Now, I was informed by one of my subs earlier today that the Jordan Howard trade rumors were back up, and he was just asking if I could do a video on it. So be fresh. Thanks for informing me about this. Actually, I hadn't been in too much of the Bears news lately just because there's been other things going on, and I just really hadn't been paying attention too much to the Bears, normally because it's starting to hit that little slow period and that little dead zone. But more news has come out. Now, we spoke probably a few weeks ago, right before, well, I don't know if it was before free agency, but it was the time when we spoke on Jordan Howard and the Bears potentially shopping him for Jarvis Landry. Now, we all know that didn't go through. Jarvis Landry was traded to the Cleveland Browns for whatever pieces the Browns gave up for him. But anyway, so this is what has happened. Apparently, Jordan Howard has decided to delete his pictures from the Bears on his Instagram page, and he also deleted his pictures from Indiana. There was a picture still from him at UAB. Now, to me, it doesn't really look like a big deal. I think there was also a report that he unfollowed the Bears on Instagram. Whether that's true or not, I have no clue. I don't use Instagram, so that's one thing. But I mean, I just don't see this as that big of a deal. To me, it looks like he's going more the professional route, kind of. It looks like his pictures are taken, you know. I mean, he's not in like any suits or anything. It looks like it's more of a personal page, and it looks like it's more like professional photography that he's got going on, like professional style profile pictures and stuff like that. Now, one of the pictures that was on there, it still has a photo of himself at Soldier Field. So with that still being there, I mean, clearly he didn't take anything away from Bears altogether. I mean, there's still a picture of him standing in the middle of Soldier Field. So we know there's a chance he might be mad at the Bears. He might not be. I have no clue. I don't know if he was upset that they really didn't back him up on the claims he was making during the offseason when he was on Good Morning America. Well, not Good Morning America, Good Morning Football Talk on NFL Network. But, I mean, really, to me, it doesn't look like it's that big of a deal. Now, what I did notice here when I went on Jordan Howard's Twitter page, he still has his pictures up from when he's playing with the Bears. So that really doesn't strike me as a guy that's just, you know, oh, he knows he's gone. He knows he's being dealt. I mean, if he still has his Twitter page with his pictures of him playing with the Bears, I mean, why delete what he had on Instagram and not delete what you had on going on Twitter? So, I mean, that's still there. I mean, his bio doesn't say anything really about being a Bear or anything. So, I mean, I don't know if he ever had that up there. It's not like I follow, you know, these guys' bios just strictly personally. Some people might. That's up to you. I mean, I don't really. But this is what the trade apparently that was rumored to happen. The Bears were going to trade Jordan Howard and the 8th overall pick to the Arizona Cardinals for the Cardinals' first round pick, which is the 15th overall pick, and their second round pick at 47. Here's why that doesn't make any sense. The Cardinals have David Johnson. David Johnson is still probably a top 3 back in the NFL. He might be number 2 behind Le'Veon Bell, or it might be 3. I don't know. Todd Gurley might be the better running back between the two. David Johnson wound up losing his season last year. I believe he had a torn ACL. And, I mean, he's still a top back in this league. So, one, trading for Jordan Howard wouldn't make much sense. 2, you're not getting that much for Jordan Howard. I'm sorry, but there's no way Jordan Howard is pulling in a first-round draft pick. Now, I get the 8th overall might be the reason that's coming in, but if you ask me, if you're trading Jordan Howard, you're probably going to get back what you drafted him for, maybe a 5th if you're lucky. And some people might think, hey, well, you might be able to get a 4th rounder. And there's other people who think, yeah, you can get a 2nd or 3rd round pick for Jordan Howard. Honestly, the running back position isn't valued that much in the NFL nowadays. And the fact that Jordan Howard, now don't get me wrong, I love Jordan Howard. He's definitely one of my favorite Bears. But he lacks breakaway speed. He gets caught very, very easily, and he lacks being able to catch the ball consistently. Now, those have been some of the top knocks on him since he's got here. And you know, you definitely see it game to game. He's dropping passes. I mean, he's dropping easy passes too. I mean, heck, if he catches that pass against Atlanta last year in week 1, the Bears are winning the first game of the season. We're not seeing Mitchell Trubisky at week 5. We're probably still seeing Mike Glennon for a good little while. So, I mean, Jordan Howard, like I said, you're still one of my favorite players on the team. I don't see this trade to me just looks dumb. I mean, I don't know who came up with it. I believe it came from Sports Mockery. And I mean, I don't know how credible those guys are. I'm not really, I don't really follow what they do. So, I mean, to me, it all looks like a bunch of, fakeness. As our president says, fake news. And it was actually on Twitter. So Ian Rappaport responded back to somebody, the Bears brothers, or at the Bear Bros is what their Twitter handle is called. They said they saw a tweet from somebody that Jordan Howard deleted all his Bears photos on Instagram. Just saw for myself and it checks out. Unsure what's going on. All I'll say right now is this is very, very, very strange. Ian Rappaport responded back saying, yeah, nothing happening with Jordan Howard. There's two guys in the business that I respect the most, and that's Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter. If they're reporting that, and Schefter hadn't said anything, it doesn't look like he's really kind of following it. But if Ian Rappaport is reporting this, you got to pretty much take it with a grain of salt. He's the same one who debunked the Jarvis Landry for Jordan Howard trade as well. So I'm sticking by what Rappaport is saying. It looks like fake news to me. I don't see anything that's really a big deal. Jordan Howard's deleting his photos. Okay, that's not that big of a deal. I mean, if he's getting traded, why else would he delete his other photos that he had when he was playing in Indiana? And I think he may even have some photos when he was at UAB. It looks like only one UAB photo still stood, and it looked like I'm pretty sure that was like him in a big crowd with his teammates. So yeah, I don't see it as a big deal. If you guys do, please voice your opinion in the comment section. I'll gladly read them and I'll reply back to you guys. Like I said, I just don't see it as a big deal. I still think Jordan Howard's going to be a Chicago Bear this season. And if they do end up trading him, it'll probably be on draft day. I don't see them trading him. I think he's going to be a Bear this season. Matt Nagy sounds like, he's excited to see what Howard can do. And yeah, I mean, let's just get this thing figured out. I don't see them trading him. He should be a Chicago Bear. If he's not, then oh well. Now, I will get into one quick little thing before I wrap this up. There was a comment that I did get that was talking about Jordan Howard as well. It was actually not long ago. It was just a few days ago. And that, it was the programmer, I guess that was his name. And talking about, he was talking about the Jarvis Landry deal, saying it didn't happen. And that, he would like an upgrade at the running back position. Now, you ask me, Jordan Howard's a top 10 running back. He might be even higher. And he was wanting Sony Michel to be the new Bears running back. If you ask me, the Bears running back position of need isn't that high. So taking on Sony Michel, who's likely going to be a second round pick and easily could creep into that late first round, depending on team needs, I just don't see him being available for the Bears to pick when Ryan Pace has shown in the past that he's not taking running backs high. I mean, he's taking them fourth in the fifth round. Pace wound up drafting Jeremy Langford out of Michigan State. Jeremy Langford is no longer here. They wound up cutting him. Then he winds up taking Jordan Howard in the fifth round, his second draft. I believe that was 2016. And then 2017, he takes Tariq Cohen to be a complimentary spell back that can, coexist with Jordan Howard, to have that power and then that elusiveness and that quickness of Tariq Cohen to make guys miss. So I don't see it. I mean, if you look in the NFL, two-head monsters are actually a pretty good way to go. The Falcons ran with, and they made it to the Super Bowl just a couple years ago when they lost to the Falcons. When they lost to the Patriots, they had Telvin Coleman and they had Devontae Freeman. Those are two different style backs. And you got to think, if Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen can be anything near that, then you got a very good explosive duo in that backfield. Now, I do understand that some people think it's predictable. When Jordan Howard's in, you realize, they're more than likely going to run the ball. When Tariq Cohen's in, they're likely going to be passing the ball. I think it's up to Matt Nagy to figure out and try to get Jordan Howard's hands better. If he can, have Jordan Howard work with the receiving coaches, or, just work out with some of the wide receivers and just try to see if he can just fix that. I mean, because it is possible to wind up fixing being able to catch it. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know if he just takes his eyes off the ball or if he really just can't catch. But in this year, the Super Bowl, LeGarrette Blount and Jay Ajayi and Corey Clement, those are all three. Well, Corey Clement and Jay Ajayi are kind of similar style running backs, but those are a 2-3-headed monster right there. I mean, honestly, I think you need a power back. Now, back to the Sony Michel thing. I like Sony Michel. I think he was the better running back of the two. And he even mentioned that Sony Michel ran like a 4.54 40. Honestly, I don't see the 40 as that big of a staple for some guys, because there were some guys like, look at the Rookie of the Year this year in the NFL, Alvin Kamara. He ran a slow 42, but Alvin Kamara, there's some people that just have game speed and game elusiveness that look like they might run slow straight line, but they're a lot faster and quicker with their cuts and their movements and stuff like that. Dalvin Cook didn't have that great of a 40 either, and Dalvin Cook is one of the most shiftiest running backs that we have in the league. Arguably, Dalvin Cook may have been the Rookie of the Year for the Vikings if he didn't get hurt. I mean, he also tore his ACL as well, but yeah, I mean, Sony Michel, yeah. I mean, the Bears somehow wound up getting rid of Jordan Howard, and they decided to take Sony Michel. I mean, I wouldn't be mad, but I don't think it's necessary to trade Howard away and go after a rookie running back, especially when Howard's still young. I mean, right now, he's the best pick that Ryan Pace has made. And it's hard to, I mean, you might argue that Trubisky could be the best pick, or you might argue somebody else, maybe Eddie Goldman, but I mean, it's pretty cut and clear to me. Right now, Jordan Howard is definitely the best back the Bears have. Not the best back, but the best player Ryan Pace has drafted. And it's pretty clear. I mean, he broke the rookie rushing record when he was, I guess he didn't start. Yeah, he didn't start till like game 4. I think he got a little bit of playing time in game 3, but he still broke that record without even playing the full 16 games. He didn't even get a snap in game 1. I don't know if he got a snap in game 2 either, but it just shows you, I mean, Jordan Howard's still a good running back. He's had back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons. He's not a bad back. If you use him properly, he'll wind up fitting into the system. And I got a lot of trust in Matt Nagy. Now, hopefully they do wind up keeping him. I mean, he's still a guy that falls forward. He doesn't go down easy. I mean, he runs over guys. He's a guy that you can put into an offense. But that's going to wrap it up here, you guys. I do want to say thank you all very much for listening in. Thank you once again, Be Fresh, for giving me this idea. Apparently, it has been talked about by others, so it's the first time I've wound up actually seeing it today. But yeah, man, hopefully Bears wind up keeping Jordan Howard. Like I said earlier, leave your opinions in the comment section. I'd like to see what you guys also think about it. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys hit the like button. Like I said, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with the more Chicago Bears news that I'll be bringing. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Bear down. I'm out till next time, everybody. Peace.